good evening, everyone, and here's my talent showcase. So, just a little bit about me. I was born in Toronto, Canada. My parents are Jamaican, so they're from Jamaican background. I'm the youngest of three. I'm also a teacher at a secondary school here in Toronto, Canada. I'm a coach, and my love is to travel. So, in regards to my love to travel, I've visited 27 countries. As you can see on the left, that is Budapest, Hungary, which is one of my favorite places to visit. In the middle is Salzburg, Austria. As you can see, the Michigan hat always comes along as well too. And the last picture is taken in Mals, Italy, where I was presenting at a conference. This is the bell tower of a second church in the 1950s in the village of Gran, I believe it's called. It sank into a reservoir, and all that is left is the bell tower, as you can see how it's protruding out of the water right now. Some of my research interests, I did a dissertation in flipped classrooms. I do like flipped classrooms. I have an interest in that. And I wrote a dissertation on how to flip the flipped classrooms in mathematics, in the mathematics classroom, looking at teachers' perceptions on the use of video instruction when it comes to doing homework and assessments in the math classroom. Also, I just finished writing a chapter for a book called The Counter Narratives of Pain and Suffering. That's critical pedagogy. That's what the book is called. And my chapter is called Passing the Grade, Experiences of Black Males in Secondary Schools in Ontario, Canada. So I'm looking for that to come out in July as well too. While I'm at the University of Michigan Dearborn, my education is the Master of Arts in Education with my major in Educational Technology, and my graduation date is coming up this month in April. Now, one of my favorite sayings, quotes, is from Denzel Washington, where he says, "You pray for the rain, you got to deal with the mud too." And that's part of it. So what that means is that when you pray for happiness and success, but you must be able to battle the hardship that comes along with it and the mistake that goes along with that success. This is part of the whole process in which how you grow, and which is part of that growth mindset, where the more we exercise our minds, the stronger it will get, and we can expand. This leads me to my experience with the Talent Gateway. With the Talent Gateway, as you can see, there are 10 competencies that are part of the Talent Gateway. But for this presentation tonight, I will only focus on the 3 competencies. That is looking at creativity, communication, and equity and inclusion. So when it comes to creativity, we have to look about how to think outside the box. And that's what Talent Gateway has taught me, is to think outside the box. And it brought me to this design thinking process. So with design thinking, there's 5 steps, as you may know. The first step is how to empathize, okay? Look at the research of the user's needs. Number 2 is how to define. What are the user's problems and needs? Number 3 is ideate, okay? Challenge the assumptions and create ideals that comes with whatever you're learning. 4 is to create a prototype, start to create solutions around that prototype and to test your knowledge and your thinking when it comes to creativity. And lastly, it just taught me just to have fun, enjoy education in whatever you do, but just don't forget to have that fun factor as well too. 2 is communication. As an educator, I often hear my peers, and when I talk to professors, one thing that I'm looking for in students and what the Talent Gateway has taught me is the importance of written communication, verbal communication, okay? Written communication, how to write a proper email, how to write a proper memo, how to effectively write our report. These are all transferable skills that are important later on in life as well too. Another area is verbal communication, okay? Having the ability to listen to individuals and how to convey that feedback properly just by listening to them. Lastly is looking at equity and inclusion, which is one of my favorite areas of research. We talk about equity and inclusions. So we talk about equity and inclusion. The first thing you gotta look at is the definitions. Definitions are important when it comes to this issue. Before we even begin, having an understanding of, or better understanding of terms will help with the understandings when we get to these conversations. Number 2 is to read books, okay? Gain knowledge on these issues, okay? Not just through the media and what you hear on social media or whatnot, but read books, okay? Teach yourself and learn some knowledge and to have a better understanding when we talk about these issues. And discourse, have conversations. And we want to keep the conversation going as well too. Know your history, okay? Read books that go beyond the classroom, okay? Read books that get to know your history and who you are and how certain things have developed in our society. And the last one is having those uncomfortable conversations. Okay. While conversations may become uncomfortable, these discussions are needed if you are to move forward ahead when it comes to equity and inclusion. And that's really what the Talent Gateway competencies has taught me when I was taking this competency. And my advice for students is number one, get to know your professors. Okay, they have been in the industry, so whatever major you're in, your professors primarily have been in the industry. Get to know them, talk to them. Communication. Again, communication is key. When you're writing emails, verbal communication among your peers, among and among your professors as well too. Don't forget, with school, it's to network. Okay, get to know people, get involved in the school. Okay, get involved in programs that are offered at UM Dearborn. Network is a crucial part when it comes to post-secondary education. And design a plan. What's your plan in the next 5 years? In the next 10 years? Okay. Have that plan and see if it can be attainable. And again, my last thing is enjoy every minute of it. Enjoy every minute of university. Enjoy every minute of whatever you do to be a better person. And my next steps for me before I end is I want to do some more article writing. I love to write a book. I'm in the process of doing that now. One day, maybe becoming a professor and to keep traveling. I think traveling is one of the best education learning experience that anyone can imagine when it comes to dealing with cultures and learning about people and the way they live. Thank you, and go blue.